the big thing about it is we think it's got to be, you know, more content is better. That's how we grow these channels. It's really not. At the end of the day, the best performing videos are the ones that can really propel a channel. So I've reeled back to doing one video a week for like my Houston channel, but it's way more in depth. I mean, there's just so many different segments and pieces to it, and so my average view duration has really increased, and that video performs a lot better. So if you have time, you know, I got a lot of channels and a lot of things going on. 2 videos a week, better, you know, would be better as long as they're good videos.
How long are your average, like, for your videos?
I really strive for like that at least 12 to 18 minute, but lately I've been going longer. Like the last few that I've done have been, the one I'm uploading Saturday is 27 minutes, 42 seconds. Full tour of this master plan community and area. So I've been lately going more like 20 to 30. A lot of the top performing style videos where you can start collecting your data is just using keywords like moving to or living in the city, state, right? So then from there you can start understanding what people are searching for and landing on your channel. A quick search now with a lot of other YouTubers doing this, you can kind of see which videos out there are already there. You know, emulate that, but your own stories, your own, you know, answers and stuff, and it'll change the viewership there. So you just got to look at what people are searching. But TubeBuddy is the search engine tool which shows you the amount of searches per month and also how to fill out your descriptions. You don't want to just have your descriptions with your phone number and your email and your landing pages and all that. It's got to have keywords in it to help rank it.
Keep coming up. We got 30 minutes, and these folks don't want me asking them questions.
Mary Jane Odell. I'm in Denver, and I'm just wondering, do you shoot this way? Do you have the camera towards you? How do you shoot?
I'm a horizontal guy. I shoot, all mine's going to be the 1080.
And then do you crop it for Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I'm a huge proponent of, like, if you're going to do different platforms, just do it individually for each one. The platforms reward you so much more. I've chopped content, thousands and thousands and thousands of chopped pieces of content on Instagram, on TikToks for you real estate agents, and guess what you guys do? Now, you don't watch it. But if I upload an organic video, right, it shoots to the roof. So if you're doing long form content for YouTube, it's horizontal 1080.
Do you have a camera towards you or looking at yourself?
The lens is on the back of the vest, right. And here's my biggest. So I coach a lot of agents, and the one thing that I noticed, sorry, I'm kind of hogging the mic, I feel bad, but I will watch and they'll send me a video and go, how did I do, Jackson? And I'm like, I don't know, you looked off to the side the entire time. It was really awkward, right? Whenever everybody shoots with their screen, they stare at themselves, and well, that's not looking at the lens, and so the whole time they're just looking over here, right? And so it makes for an awkward picture. So using the back, you have the better lenses, first of all, and microphone on a cell phone, and second of all, you're just going to look at those lenses the whole time.
Okay, do you do 1 or 1.5?
Well, I do the 0.5. I do the 0.5 if I'm vlogging.
Okay.
Because it gets me in there, whatever.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Your name, Wayne.
All right, question for Shane and Brittany. When you were first going to events, before you had your established network, how did you plan in advance to make the best of them?
So when I would go to events, truthfully, I looked to see who was the most popular one because I always wanted to be the small fish. I mean, I was always the small fish when I first started out in the big pond, and I wanted to see who were the clicks. I wanted to see, you know, who would accept the new person and who was more willing to share their information to help me grow. So that was the biggest thing. And then when I came from the little fish to more of the medium fish, when I would go to the events, I looked for the little fish. Because I knew the big fish would eventually come, but I wanted to help grow others with me, and so we all brought each other up.
Sure. Does that specifically relate to like Shareholder Summit or EXP Con? You're going to a lot of breakout sessions. Were you finding the best networking in those breakout sessions with the people you sit next to, or going to pre-scheduled events on Eventbrite that other agents were hosting? And if so, how did you plan those and get access to them?
I'm always very strategic. When I'm going to attend these events, I know who I want to connect with, right? So is it deepening a relationship with somebody that I've met once? It was crazy because I probably know about 10, 15 people that were here, which is great, it's awesome. Or am I looking to find new connections, which genuinely is going to be both. So I always have an intent. Before I go to any event, I already have my whole calendar planned out. I typically choose EXP executives, plug your ears. I choose what's going to bring me the most value. So if there's a breakout session that I want to go to, most of the time it's recorded, or I'll send someone from my team to go take notes. I'm there to strategically build partnerships. So I do almost always a coffee. I typically don't have a voice after 3 days because I've talked, but I always do a coffee. I do a lunch, one that I orchestrate, and then one that I've been invited to, and always happy hours. So, and happy hour on top of the happy hour.
Are these people you met on Facebook, Workplace? Are they people you've done referrals with in the past? Who are they?
Yeah, anyone that we've done. I like to meet people and have them introduce me to somebody else too. So if I know, like what Shannon was saying, Shannon, a lot of times we start our networks, like Mike is a perfect example of that, right? Shannon might have her own designated network, I have mine, and then eventually they start to weave into each other. So I might utilize somebody else that I have a relationship with and say, hey, who in the room do you know that's a big hitter that would, endorse me or refer me for Dallas? Oh, I know Betty. Betty has, her whole family's from Dallas. Someone in here was from Richardson. I don't know where she's at. Raise your hand. Yeah, so she's from Richardson, right? She's going to be awesome to be able to follow up with, Tracy, right? Is it Tracy?
Liz.
Oh, Liz. Okay, sorry.
Tracy,
All right. Oh, okay, perfect. See, I almost got it down. But essentially, I know that Liz is going to be awesome. I got her business card. I'm gonna follow up with Liz because do you think that she has additional referrals for me, knowing that she has a home base there? So a lot of times it's organic, but I like to have a strategy before I attend any event.
Cool. You go first. There was so many mistakes.
Okay. One thing, coming in that I knew was I was not a door knocker, I was not a cold caller. I hated those things with passion. I would wake up in the middle of the night going, in sweats, like this is not my jam, this is not what I'm going to do. So really know who you are, really be genuine with things, and put that out. So I was a social media person. I needed to make sure that I was networking around the country, and I made that my obsession and my passion. I can tell you right now, I sell $500,000, GCI a year, and I've never cold called once. So just know what you can do, and just stick at it.
Mine's kind of a combo of both because even when I did actually start generating business a lot, like almost all of it fell through the cracks because I was a sticky note guy. And so it would be having that organization. In fact, what happened is a lot of calls started coming in, and I'm telling you, the very first call I got, I never forget, right? I'm touring a Zillow client, miserable everywhere. He never bought anything. And the call comes in, but all these calls started coming in, and I had no systems. My business partner Jesse's like, dude, I love this call. And I'm just like, it's so great. He goes, but what's happening with all of them? I'm like, I don't know, what do you mean? So, long story short, I wasn't recruiting them, I wasn't having the tough conversations. I would surround myself too with top producers and see what they're asking, the tough questions to vet these people. And then lastly, what she said is I spent so much of my day going to open houses and cold calling when I hated it. It actually gave me nervous breakdowns to where I thought I needed to do a little bit of each one, right? But when you find that one thing that you're comfortable with, go a mile deep with it, and I guarantee you'll grow your business bigger.
I don't have call aversion. I worked at a survey company in between when I had broken my leg, so that cures all that. I wish I would have asked the one question that every new real estate agent should ask first and doesn't. Everybody wants to know, oh, what's my mentor look like? What's my split? How much are my monthly fees? First question should be, how profitable are you as a brokerage? Because if you're not profitable, you're going to have to cut the 4 S's, which is service, support, staff, and systems. You're going to have to cut back on that. And I found out after joining my first brokerage that they were getting ready to sell because they weren't profitable. And I'm like, if they can't run a business, how can they teach me how to run a business? That ended up being pervasive through all of the brokerages I've found. So making sure you're with a company that's going to at least stay the same for a while to get you started. Once you're this big, it doesn't matter. You can use the systems, and a lot of them, like Jackson, he doesn't use KV Core. Yeah.
As managing broker and a real estate agent by itself, it's just a math equation. So the more leads you touch, the more sales you're going to get, which makes me want to think about persistence. So this isn't anything new. People have been talking about this all day. You have to have a schedule, and you have to do it every single day. It's kind of like the whole workout analogy. You can't just go work out for 2 weeks and expect results, right? You got to do it for a long time. A lot of people have it as a part of every day of their life. So real estate's the same way. And then the other thing I'd like to say is failure. You're going to fail, and you need to embrace failure, and you need to learn from it. I was one of the persons that hated cold calling too. That's probably why I'm a managing broker and not a full-time real estate agent. You're gonna fail at every marketing strategy you try, but just learn from it. Know where you have your successes, know where you have your failures, and build on that.
I mean, we have tons of icon agents and cappers in here that have gone through what you're going through. They understand it and they will help you, but they will not do it for you. And I think I've seen a lot of new agents come on thinking, okay, I passed my test now, I'm going to make all this money, and they don't realize that you have to pick up the phone, you have to knock on that door, you have to make that video, you have to do those things. So if it's something that you want, you have to go after it and you have to do it. And if it's a listing appointment and you in your mind certain that you're going to fail, I don't care, go to the listing appointment, because you will fail if you don't do it. So you have to build your business, do it your way like everybody else said, because I don't know how many people there are in this room, but there's a million different ways to be successful in real estate. So there's no one rule on how you do it, but you gotta do it.
A lot of things going, and my business partner was like, dude, you need a VA. So I scheduled a call with the VA, and then I broke the appointment. And so he calls up and says, Jackson, how was your appointment with the VA? So I canceled. He goes, why? And I'm like, I don't even know what I need help with. Dude, he wrote me this long email, it's like this sad sob story, but there was like 20 things that he lined up where I was deficient in, right? Managing emails. He goes, you're late to a lot of these, you know, or oh my gosh, I missed that, or you don't respond to an email for 2 days. Sorry, I just got this. That is all the stuff that this VA does for me now. Makes me look like a rock star.
I learned a long time ago that there's only 5 things you need a real estate license for: writing contracts, negotiating contracts, showing clients open houses, and collecting a commission. And everything else can be hired out at $13 an hour. Everything else. They marketing, Facebook. This one girl goes, we have $4 an hour. One girl, I go, what are you doing last night? She goes, or what are you doing? I'm doing Facebook. And my partner goes, that's what you do on the couch at night when you're sitting down. So I've used every kind of CRM. I've used Copper, Infusionsoft, Salesforce, Market Leader Pro, all of them. And whatever one you use is fine. It's just a reminder and probably a campaign system of follow-up. Use the CRM. It's mandatory. If I had to give one piece of advice for anybody that I screwed up on, it's all follow-up. So much so that people that are contacted 6 or more times are 80% likely to use that agent. 6 or less times, 20%. So it doesn't even have to be relevant. It just has to be a touch. So follow up, even if you have to get a system that does it for you, or a VA that does it for you. Touch them 6 or more times, they're yours. And it's literally finding gold on the ground.
What I've learned in my almost year and a half with EXP, I was a managing broker with Remax for almost a decade before joining EXP. And I thought I knew my stuff. We had 120 agents at our peak. We weren't huge. And I came to EXP feeling real confident, and I learned really quick with 1,500 agents, I didn't know much. So what I felt I've done in the past year and a half is engage with the agents and just talk to as many people as I can. And so what I would encourage to do as a real estate agent too is learn from other people. I heard one thing recently: don't buy leads, buy lunch or coffee. Get with vendors, inspectors, title companies. Just become a wealth of information so you can be a resource to your clients. And in addition to coaching and everything else, just learn from the people around you and surround yourself with the most successful people and learn from them.
Agent attraction. I use a system called BrokerKit. It pulls in agent statistics, it pulls in agent social media, and all of their campaigns are geared towards agent attraction. So that's what I use for agent attraction because it's very specific.
Not get started so they can listen to my example as well. So Mike Nelson, as you know, Firestone, Colorado, been in real estate 10 years, been with EXP1. We have 30 in our total rev share group. Revenue share has changed our business and life. As far as the one tip that we go is it's an exit strategy for us. I mean, for me personally, it is a 100% exit strategy. So I'm super excited about that retirement option. I worked at IBM, I worked at a lot of other companies, had a 401k. This will kick the doo-doo out of my 401k at IBM. Super excited. Sean actually pulled me aside and he said, "You can do better than what you're doing." So game on, Sean. Game on.
Okay, Corey Williams, Denver, Colorado. Man, am I happy to be here today. Okay, 8 years at EXP, or 4 years at EXP, 8 years in the business. Sorry. Get Nancy up here too on Starbucks. And so, man, revenue share, 23 in the group. And so my team is like outside of the revenue share group. So, but just having that residual, right? Like I've had a couple months where I could buy a used car, right? So it's like, man, I'm doing exactly the same thing, selling houses, talking to people, like having fun with agents that I've done at every other company, and I've just got, the company's paying me just to be here. And so super powerful, super awesome. Just an amazing opportunity that EXP provides. Only EXP provides.
Hi, my name is Jason Kay. I am a recovering engineer. I've been in real estate for 10 years now, going on 6 at EXP. My lovely wife has been in real estate. She started her career in Boulder, Colorado, where we sell. That was more than 35 years ago. Both of our goals is to use rev share as our retirement plan, and the goal is next year. So people go, "What's your production goal?" I'm like, 3, and I'm failing at it miserably because I already have 2 done. So our goal is to be completely out of production by the next year, feed everything to our team. We currently have 8 people in our front line. We have 28 total in our team.
I'm Monica Graves, and I, like I told you earlier, in Golden, Colorado, and in Grand Lake, Colorado. But my Purple Mountain group, we service 7 different MLSs here in Colorado. So I'm attracting a lot of people in different areas. And what I found is, well, let me go back. April is going to be my 30th year in real estate. And I just hit 30 people with attracting, agents as well. So 30 seems to be that number. And on April 1st, I'll be Icon. So it's been an unbelievable first year here at EXP, having been with a lot of different companies over the last 30 years. What I find about attracting people to EXP is I get to actually say that I care about that person. When I'm talking to them about EXP is, I really care about you. I care about your business. I know a lot of brokers. I was a ninja selling instructor for 12 years. So ninja selling, I know thousands of brokers. And I care about their business. So that's the way I do it. Let them know that you care, and then they want to know a little bit more about it. So I'm looking forward to retirement. 3 years. I'm going to give myself 3 years to retire.
Jackson Wilkey, just dumb video guy, bad real estate agent. Been in real estate a little over 4 years. My actual 3-year anniversary at EXP is next month too, so 3-year icon. And we have, my business partner and I, we split everything 100% 50-50, so we have a little over 100, I think, frontline and 400 total in the organization. So we've been able to get him his 40 frontline qualifying. Now we're doing mine, and I have almost 15 qualifying. And a tip he said for attracting or whatever is just, again, it is telling your story and then asking people how you can help their business, right? It's not always just the brokerage. Sometimes everybody has a different ailment in real estate, and you got to fix them. And then the most important tip, and Sean's over there, guys, get somebody on the call. My business partner, Jesse, I don't even take these calls. I get Jesse on it because he knows everything about EXP and those tough questions that, can be answered. Get a guy like Sean. Just always have somebody on the call with you and you'll close. So for me, EXP is legacy too, because the rev share, all the stock that I've got, it goes to my kiddos. God forbid anything happens, and that's what got me over.
Does Jesse have any openings for another best friend? Because it seems like Jesse's like a token player in your life.
Oh, you did?
I like that. Shannon, are you listening? I'm just kidding. I'm Brittany Stewart from Dallas, Texas. I've been in real estate 18 years. I just celebrated 1 year at EXP. I have 40 people in my organization. And what RevShare has done for me, I just bought an office building, just got approved. So we have a brick and mortar, which has been a huge agent attractor for that. And it's also allowed me to give back to my RevShare group. So we do a lot of things that are collaborative. So I try to set aside a lot of my RevShare money to pour back into my agents. And Shannon's really expensive.
Hi there, my name is Tanya Van Rickley. I am coming back to Denver. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida right now, and I like the cold. I've been in the business for 21 years, and I've been out of production actually for 7 years. So my RevShare is a little unique. I am 100% coach. I coach for one of our 7th levels, and I recruit for them. And so seeing all the money they've been making, that's changing. So I have 30 people in my RevShare now. I took a little bit of time off, and this goes into my passion last year because I just hit I'm a little bit over a year of double bypass heart surgery from the Widowmaker. So helping people to get the Widowmaker too. I'm an Iron Man, and I still was this close to death. So my passion is to help people enjoy their wealth. I coach a lot of agents like you guys, and you're stressed out, you don't play enough, you don't have time for your family. And I think EXP is the vehicle for that, because the money that we're making is to really invest time with the people that we love.
Hi, I'm Treasure Davis from Colorado Springs. Jackson and I are a dynamic duo because he's the worst real estate agent, I'm the worst recruiter. But I'm not going to say that out loud for too long because I'm not going to manifest that, and neither should you. Okay, yes. So I should know my numbers. I'm embarrassed that I don't know my numbers. It's not 84,000, but I thank you for that number. I should know them. I don't know them because I haven't recruited with that. I've recruited from production and actual real relationships, which everybody up here has as well. But that's really been the focus of ours. I put everything into a separate account. I honestly haven't looked at it because I've been more focused on production. I do know my stock number because that focuses into the production number. But the next time we do this, I will know that number.
Hi, Kelly Fasterling in Colorado Springs, and I'm a full-time financial advisor and real estate investor. I have my real estate license, have had it 8 years because I refer people to how I invest. I have 70 people in my organization. I do the revenue share very part-time. But I do it from a point, as a financial advisor, I'm always looking at people's pensions and how they retire. There is no better way to retire than with the rev share. There is no better vehicle. And so to put it as part of what you do, even for me, it's a very passive part of what I do, to make it some kind of priority and to create consistency around it and just flat out make the calls. I wasn't like Treasurer where I have all these people I've closed deals with. I've closed like 10 deals my whole career. I don't have that wealth of people to call. I cold call. I have to reach out and create relationship, but I have to do it every day. So I make 5 calls every single day, and most of them don't call me back. But in the meantime, I've been able to connect and bless people with this opportunity that we have. It's amazing.
Tracy Franz from Omaha, Nebraska, and I've been in the business about 19 years now. And before coming over to EXP, it was like a hamster wheel. Every year, no matter what I sold, no matter what kind of award I got at my old brokerage that I was renting from, it was literally on January 1st, I'd wake up and I was at 0 million. And I would get depressed, no matter what I did that year before. So EXP, I'd say they've taken me from like a little Honda Civic to letting me drive a Lamborghini. And I mean, it is the ride of a lifetime. I'm now a 4-time Icon agent, 5 houses away from being a 5-time Icon agent. And we just crossed 50 in like, build a team, and I'd be in the masterminds with these teams, and the team leads would be just depressed because they would pour their heart and soul for 3 years into these agents, teaching them everything they know, taking away valuable time, and then as soon as they taught them everything they know, it was bye, see ya, no connection again. We have been doing amazing masterminds locally and nationally. The family we've created, we're going to be connected forever, and it is just truly a life that has brought true balance to my family and our future, and there is no other better vehicle out there, so enjoy the ride.
I'm going to add one more thing. So, when I had the business, I worked in San Diego, California, and one of my first mentors, and still my mentor, is Chris Heller, the former CEO of Keller Williams. A lot of you guys know him. And that's why I'm at EXP. He's not with EXP, but he's the one that called me when I was a Keller Williams team leader in Colorado Springs and said, Tanya, you need to go to EXP, because I've been telling everybody no. And he said it's the biggest wealth building opportunity in any industry, not just in real estate. So those of you that don't like to recruit, attract. And the way you attract is you cannot be the undercover agent, not posting, not boasting, right? There's a thing about humble confidence, and humble confidence is sexy. But use your production, use what you're doing behind the scenes to attract. But this is the biggest wealth building opportunity in any industry.
Yes.
If you're a real estate agent and wants more from your business, we invite you to partner with us and implement proven production strategies with the support of real estate industry titans.